You're walking into like a massive sports bar on a Sunday. You've got 50 different screens playing a dozen different games.
Oh, yeah, total sensory overload.
Right. And the audio is just perfectly synced to the main event. Digital menus are flipping at the bar. We just kind of assume it all works.
Most people definitely take it for granted.
Yeah. But the crazy part is that the entire operation is likely being orchestrated by this hidden brain that's, well, no bigger than a paperback book.
It's wild to think about.
It really is. So welcome to the deep dive. Today, our mission is unpacking some specs from HDTVSupply for a device called the Blustream ACM1000 Advanced Control Module. And at around $1,425,
It really flips the script on what we expect from enterprise hardware, honestly.
yeah, exactly.
Because when you think of a commercial control room or, a high-end smart home, you naturally imagine server racks taking up an entire closet.
Right, just massive stacks of blinking lights.
Exactly. But this Blustream module, it uses a dedicated quad-core processor to just manage AV over IP.
And AV over IP, that's essentially a system that sends high-definition audio and video data over a standard computer network, right? Instead of running miles of dedicated HDMI cables through the walls.
Yeah, you nailed it. It completely removes the need for all that heavy, expensive cabling.
Which, I mean, that sounds like a chaotic airspace to me. You've got independent video, audio, USB, and infrared signals just flying everywhere.
It is a lot of traffic, yeah.
So it's kind of like an elite air traffic controller having to route everything perfectly.
Hmm.
But how does this tiny box actually process all of that without just lagging out?
Well, it does it by focusing purely on translation and direction, rather than doing the heavy lifting of processing the massive video files itself.
Oh, I see. So it's not actually touching the video content.
Exactly. It takes a user command, say you pushing a button on an iPad, and instantly translates it into the right language for the target device.
Which could be what, like an IP command?
Right, an IP command over the network, or maybe a legacy serial connection, or even a CEC signal, which is just that hidden protocol that lets your TV remote control your sound bar.
Oh, okay. So it just routes those translated commands instantly, so the video data knows exactly where to flow.
Yeah, precisely.
Wait, I have to push back on that a little bit.
Yeah.
If you are pumping uncompressed 4K video for 50 screens over a computer network, wouldn't that instantly crash the Wi-Fi for everyone else in the building?
You would think so, yeah.
I mean, just streaming one movie at home can sometimes slow down my laptop.
That is the exact problem this hardware solves, actually. It uses a dual LAN design.
Dual LAN, so two connections.
Right. The ACM1000 physically has two separate RJ45 network ports. One connects to your standard home or business network, where your Wi-Fi, email, and regular internet traffic live.
Okay, got it.
And the other port connects strictly to the dedicated AV network where all that heavy video data is moving.
Ah, okay. So it really acts like a digital bouncer.
A bouncer, yeah, I like that.
It stands between the two networks, keeping the heavy 4K video traffic isolated behind a velvet rope, so to speak, so your regular internet doesn't tank while someone is streaming to a giant video wall.
That analogy works perfectly because the physical separation is key. By assigning independent IP addresses to each side, the device bridges the two worlds just enough for control commands to pass through.
But the massive video files never cross over into your standard internet lane.
Right, so you get the seamless control on your phone without your network slowing to a crawl.
Okay, so the dual hardware prevents a network crash, which is great. But routing all these specific signals to specific screens, that still sounds like you'd need an IT degree to actually operate it on a daily basis.
Well, you'd think so, but the software architecture is built to hide all that complexity from the end user.
Oh, really? How so?
They completely rebuilt the management software to run through a standard web browser. So instead of writing code to tell a video feed to go to screen 4, you just use this highly visual drag-and-drop interface.
Oh, wow. Drag and drop for a whole commercial setup.
Yeah, and it even pulls live video previews directly from the network, so you can see exactly what's playing on a source before you route it to a display.
That's super intuitive. And I'm guessing it's not just moving video manually, right? Like you can fully automate the building.
Oh, absolutely. You can group receivers to switch inputs on multiple displays with just a single click, or, set up really advanced macros.
Right, like with 247 scheduling. So a sports bar could program the system to automatically switch to the pregame shows at noon, maybe dim the lights, route the main game audio to the patio.
Exactly, and all without an employee ever touching a single button.
That is wild.
And to connect this to the bigger picture, it achieves all of this complex processing, drawing a maximum of only 4 watts of power.
Wait, really? Just 4 watts.
Yeah, it just runs via standard PoE power over Ethernet, so it pulls its power directly through the network cable.
4 watts. I mean, a standard LED light bulb takes more juice than that.
It's incredibly efficient.
I think the ACM1000 really proves that true professional-grade AV automation isn't about adding massive, complex hardware. It's about, you know, invisible, highly efficient integration.
I agree completely. The best technology removes friction from your environment rather than demanding your constant attention, and this device does exactly that.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you to mull over.
Hmm.
Considering this tiny 4-watt box can seamlessly automate a massive commercial control room or a high-end smart home without even breaking a sweat, how might this level of centralized macro automation eventually reshape the way we interact with the constantly multiplying screens in our own lives?